Hey everyone, and welcome back to Baggers Unfiltered. So the new name change, as we were talking about
Hey,
last week, we did decide to do it. Welcome to the first episode of the new brand's name. But welcome to episode 33 of originally Baggers Podcast. We'll put it that way.
hmm.
So yeah, welcome, and let's get into a new episode. I don't think it was our most convincing brand of footy that we played on Sunday night against the Bombers, but it was a win. We got there in the end, and that's all. That's all that matters. We can get this second half of the year put on the right page early, and hopefully we can see a few more wins in this next month, which we should. We don't win these next. I'm gonna say 3 games. There is something really, really wrong. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it, Louis. What do you have to say?
Well, yeah. So honestly, I feel like it's very bittersweet. So like there's plenty of negatives, some positives. So I feel like it's sort of outnumbers everything, and it feels like we're going to review a loss here. So I still think I'll be quite overwhelmingly negative today. Hate to say it.
Yeah,
So let's
oh,
get into some of the good things, I guess. Um, So what went well? We couldn't have won without our defensive prowess. So we are able to keep, especially in the first quarter, we are able to keep them to just 4 inside 50s. Haynes and Silvani held firm under serious pressure, especially in the second half. And also Chincotta limited Merritt to just 14 disposals. So that is huge in a
yeah, it was
tight
good.
game. And then another player, Hudson O'Keefe, 5 contested marks, which gives us a presence in air both ways.
Yeah,
So there's some good things there. So obviously the defense kept holding up time and time again against you know plenty of inside 50s conceded. Obviously the first quarter dominance was actually really positive. So he had 10 scoring shots from 13 inside 50s in the opening term. So it does show that we were efficient and dangerous early. It was mainly led by Chera with his 4 clearances then, and Kerno early with 2 goals. So that was good. And
it
then
was.
throughout the whole game, our ability to transition play from defense and score from defensive half was pivotal. Pivotal. Ollie Holland's one of the key players in that. Rebounding from halfback, 23 disposals, 10 marks, and 7 score involvements. Also, Sarge's run was crucial early. Always lifts the crowd. So let me get up some stats on. So we scored defensive half plus 22 points from our defensive half. So 47 points, 7 goals, 5 to their 25 points.
Yeah.
That was positive. Also reasonably solid, though we lost it in -3 in forward half. We kept 30 of our points from that avenue. And stoppages as well. We're pretty good at that normally anyway. +8 that way. And turnover was equal both teams. 8 goals free for Bombers and 7 goals 9 to us. So,
Yeah.
anything you want to add about positives?
Positives, yeah, there was obviously, as you said, I think I was going to go straight to the Chincotta shut down on Merritt. He might not have looked very good on the score sheet, but to keep Merritt to under at least 20 disposals is something unreal. So props to him. Came in, did his job. Uh, yeah, I mean,
Oh, there's
not
one more thing actually. Probably the most important that I forgot to say. So, um, let me get this up. Okay, so there was a huge clearance turnaround. So in quarter 2 and 3, they had 25 clearances to our 16. Come quarter 4, last term, we got 12 to 2. That is absolute dominance. And guess who the clearances are from? Our midfielders. So
There we
their
go.
ability to, uh, show some resilience was crucial to our game because when our midfielders don't do well, our defenders are under strife. So that was really good.
Yeah.
Uh, guess
So
we can go into what didn't go well.
yeah, I'm looking here and tackles. Essendon won the tackles. The 1%ers they won. Which matter, but aren't really the clearest of props to a win. Stoppage clearances, they got on top of us. Goal efficiency, they got on top. Disposal efficiency, I did think they disposed the ball really well. Uh, Handballs, they beat us by 42. So obviously got a fair bit of ball in that aspect.
Yeah, they were able to generate a lot of speed because of that,
Yeah. Um,
especially through the ground. We crumbled just like that.
so yeah, there's possession heat map on the AFL app in the first quarter had us basically our whole forward line has red around it, and then the second quarter it goes on the wing and Essendon go just a little bit inside 50. Third quarter it has Essendon just a little bit near the inside 50, us a little bit inside 50. Oh no, us a little bit on the back 50. And then yeah, we just rolled them in the fourth. We're lucky enough to regenerate some energy, and thankfully we got there in the end because we sure as hell would not be able to hear the end of that one
Oh yeah,
if
thank
we
God.
didn't get up. Oh god,
Because
I would
as
be
usual,
shocked.
there was that stupid fade out. Uh,
Yep,
Fade out alert. Really, it was from the midfield. We were beaten at the contest. Uh, Bombers kicked 3 goals in 10 minutes early in the third quarter, so lost momentum
yep,
around stoppage and couldn't arrest the flow until when we turned it around with clearances in the fourth quarter. Uh, and obviously we missed some scoring opportunities late as well. So don't forget, Akers, Motlop, and Kerner all missed very gettable set shots that could have iced the game, and also made it a bit more of a respectable margin.
yeah,
Um, yeah, for our dominance in the last quarter. Uh, and then another problem was there was a bit of inconsistent pressure. So forward half pressure dropped off after quarter time, let the Bombers chain handballs and play around us, and um, couldn't sustain ball movement patterns. So there was a lot of moments where he defaulted to safe, sideways kicks under pressure, which I don't mind sometimes. Uh,
yeah,
it managed to do the job today. So it did seem very much like that Richmond game, but thank God it didn't
yeah.
eventuate like that.
Yeah, Dad and I were on the edge of our seats. Just, I remember it was, I think there was 3 minutes to go in the third, and Dad said we're going to shit the bed here, and we just about did.
Yeah,
But
Dad's always
lucky
right.
enough, yeah, lucky enough we nearly. I
Yeah,
don't know what I'm
they
saying.
have a lot
Never
less
mind. Forget
delusion
what
than
I
we
said.
do.
Yeah, let's get into some player stats because there's a
Sure.
lot to there's lots of brave off here. One guy I want to point out is finally there's this one game that we've been waiting for. Blake Acres.
Yeah, and
He
he
was
did have a
huge.
few mistakes still. He had something like 6 turnovers and that missed goal, of course, but
Yeah, I'm not
it
liking
was
the look
very
at the
much an improvement.
turnovers. Yeah, 9 turnovers, which isn't
Mm,
ideal, but it's all right. 7 score involvements, 8 marks, 91% time on ground. That's
mm,
uh, different. I did not think he managed that many minutes. 4 clearances, 5 inside 50s, 4 rebound 50s, 2 1%ers, 1 tackle, which is a very big stat, obviously. Uh, A goal, a very clutch goal, and a very, very good goal. 21
Mm-hmm.
uncontested possessions, 9 contested possessions, 5 intercepts, 70% in the defensive half, which was not really different, but good to see. Obviously, with them rebound 50s. I'll go one more player, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, Luke. Turn it on
Yeah.
its head. Well, he's my favourite player. He rocks the blue out. Jack Silvani. The phone just
Mm.
turned off, and I thought it died, but it didn't. He's he's good, isn't he, Louis? He's really, really good. Really, really good.
I love
10
Jack
intercepts.
Silvani.
So, 10 intercept. Oh my god, my phone keeps turning off. 10 intercepts, 8 uncontested possessions, 7 contested possessions, 3 turnovers, which isn't ideal, but it's alright. Not every day you can
Oh, that's not
have
that
0.
bad.
6 marks, 2 contested marks, 86% time on ground, 1 inside 50, 2 rebound 50s, 1 kick in, 1 kick in play on, 9 1 percenters, and 145 metres gained. So he likes to stick in one spot. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
It's fair
No,
enough
that's
to him.
okay.
Over to you,
He has
Louis.
to play. He really played a good role on Nate Caddy. I think he kept him pretty well underdone. Well,
Yep.
I'm gonna go on a spree here because this is
Okay.
why we didn't lose. Is probably because there was a bit more of an overall team performance. So you got the
Yep.
likes of George Hewitt with 29 disposals and 8 score involvements and all that sort of stuff. You got TDK and Monstead Goldstein with 23 disposals and 29 hitouts and 10 score involvements. Ollie Hollands, what a gem he is. This might be one
Oi.
of his best ever games for the club. 23 disposals, 10 marks, 7 score involvements, 411 metres gained, and there's much more stats I could go into. Ches,
Yep.
who was enormous late. Both of Ollie Hollands and Ches were very pivotal late. So yeah, 24 disposals. Keep in mind this was if about 74% time on ground because he was injured with that and some concussion tests and whatever. But that didn't stop him. What an amazing play he has been this season. Very
Very
consistent.
consistent.
Yeah, 11 ground
Very
balls, 7 clearances, 6 score involvements. Doherty, great off half back. Again, 8 rebound 50s, 26 disposals, 13 marks. Walsh, nice. Another player that we wanted to rise a bit. 32 disposals,
Opa.
7 score involvements, 7 clearances, though he was more busy earlier in the first quarter. He still managed to get those disposals, so I think I'll give him a good run there. Nick Haynes, once again. It's so good to have
Lindsay.
defenders who are consistent. 17 disposals,
Lindsay.
11 marks, 7 intercepts, 543 metres gained, 6 rebound 50s.
Jesus.
Here's one for
He's like a
for
Jesse
the
Motlop.
haters. Jesse Motlop. 11
Who's
disposals, 8
looking Jesse
marks,
Motlop?
5 tackles, 7 score
Mothers.
involvements, 2 goal assists, 2 goals. And the thing that only Carlton pointed out, right? It's not he didn't play an amazing game. It's just the sort of consistent impact we'd like to see from him. Making impact around the ground, kicking goals, and showing some great effort. So hopefully we'll see more of that from Jesse Motlop. Keep in mind there was a sort of undermanned Essendon defence, but he
Indeed.
capitalised, and Mai have just kept his spot in the team again with that. So we talked about Savani.
He was in a
So
lot of trouble if he didn't put his
yeah,
head in.
Zach
Um,
Williams coming into the side was great as
ooh,
well. 15 disposals, 8 score involvements, 2 goal assists, 2 goals for inside 50s, 3 clearances. So good job on him. Mitch McGovern and Hudson O'Keefe they were also good in the forward
I
line.
liked the looks of Lockie Fogarty. He had a good couple of pressure acts, 80%
Yeah.
disposal efficiency. Yeah, we'll
So
go down
there's
here and have
much
a
more
look.
players than be if we lost that game. So
Yeah,
yeah, I've maybe my hypothesis earlier that I'd be more negative than positive has not been supported. So
yeah.
turns out I think I've been more positive than negative. Don't know about you.
Um, yes and no. I don't think it was our. I think there's room for improvement. Still, that's all right.
Yes, same problem is
Um,
still there, obviously, with the fade outs
oh yeah,
and struggling under pressure, of course. But you never know. Sometimes these sort of wins, with a bit of luck, actually, because there were some umpiring calls that kind of went our way.
yeah.
But you need to take those, and also we got some luck from missing and not capitalizing once we missed. So because have could have got a scoring chain going, but we held on, and maybe, just maybe, to get the 4 points is all we need to somehow spring some sort of uh, revival into the season.
Revival. There we go. Have we
Mm.
spoken about Cooper Lord?
Yeah, I think. Did we? No, I didn't.
Yeah,
You go on.
I don't know.
I
Oh, I've
got
got
his stats
a
up.
hey, I've got Cooper Lord. Oh, I could talk all day about Scoop. Where's he gone? He was just on the phone a minute ago. Cooper Lord. All right.
21.
21 disposals, 13 kicks, 8 handballs, 4 marks, 4 tackles. 62 disposal efficiency, 8
Mm.
contested possessions, 12 uncontested possessions, 5 intercepts, 4 score involvements, 4 marks, 15 pressure acts, 1 clearance, 4 tackles, 2 inside 50s, 3 rebound 50s, and he's Mr. Consistent. He could be. He's going to be a star. I reckon him and Ollie Hollands are the future at the moment. By the looks, looking really,
Yeah,
really good, them fellas.
that's a fair assumption.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Um,
Waking up the next day felt a bit better to have a win finally. Um, yeah, it's just good to be back on the winners
yeah,
list.
it is.
Now, are we going to go into a
Uh,
preview, or are we going to leave that to later or something?
we will go into a preview.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, we'll go into a preview. Not really much to preview as we don't know a lot of outcomes around the
Yeah.
game. Um, I think it's
Well,
looking all good right now by the sounds.
Harry
We'll
Mackay is no
try.
certainty to play next week, according to
Yeah,
John Ralph. Hopefully, doesn't
yep,
need surgery, but that is on the table. So, expect him to probably not be available again. Hudson O'Keefe probably to get in a second run at it. Guess where?
yeah.
We're playing over here, and I'll be there. Finally, I can see a Carlton game. Waited too long
Yes,
for that.
Louis.
Yeah.
How good.
Last
How
game
good.
was obviously round 23 last year against West Coast. I think we've
Yeah,
won how many times in a row? 4 times? 4 times in a row, maybe? Over West, over here. Yeah, Optus. So you got 2023 West Coast and Frio. 2024 West Coast. This is for the 4th win in a row.
yeah. Okay. And I think we should get that. If we don't get that, something's gone wrong.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I feel really bad for Harry Mackay at the moment.
We will,
He's had
I
a
reckon we'll just
troubled
delve
year.
into this. We'll delve into, I'll do it. We can do another short episode later this week because
We
I had a
will. I think
few
we'll do
busy
that.
weeks beforehand. So I
Yep.
have some time now.
I think we'll do the player that needs a big game next week, but I've got a good one in mind.
Okay.
I'll say one that I'll say one that's dropped off immensely. I wouldn't say immensely, but he's dropped off a fair bit, and that's Jacob Wiedering. He
Yeah.
hasn't been his usual self. Doesn't look like that brick at the moment. It's more a Haynes and Silvani show. So hopefully he can find his form. Um,
Yeah.
just
Peter Wright
draws some
kicked free on him.
free kicks. Yeah, draws some
Well,
silly free kicks and needs a needs a big game.
I'm sure.
Rightio. Does that wrap up the episode?
Yep.
It does. All right.
We'll do fan questions
Thank
next week. Next
We
episode.
will. We'll do a lot of fan questions next week because yeah. Alrighty. Thank you all for listening to another episode of Baggers Podcast 25. We do appreciate it. Oh, not Baggers Podcast 25, Baggers Unfiltered 25. Need to get that right. So, yeah, thanks everyone for listening. Have a good night or morning or day, wherever the hell you're listening at. Go Blues.
See ya.